First, let me introduce myself. I'm 100% made in China, and I learned my English by myself when I was a kid from most of the American tourists when they visit my city called Hangzhou. So 1970s, early 1970s, when a lot of foreign visitors visited the city. So every morning I got up early and become the tour guide for them for 9 years, a free guy, and they told me English, and I showed them around. And I learned not the language, I learned the culture, and I learned how to think differently, because everything I learned from my schools when I was a kid was different from the things I learned from the foreign tourist. Because my father and my school teachers told me that China was the richest country in the world, and we're going to liberate the world, and just like today's North Korea. And later I found out that was not true. So since then, I'm a little bit different from most of the Chinese. People say, Jack, you're different from the Chinese. But but American people look at me like a very typical Chinese. The Chinese look at me as like American people because I understand the culture here. So I've never even one day trained in the States, but I learned a lot. I got my internet concept from the States. Well, first let me introduce you a little bit about Alibaba Group. Alibaba was founded in 1999, 18 founders in my apartment, and just to have an idea, we believe internet is going to change China. Internet is booming. So nobody believed us. Everybody said, well, it's like, how can you do internet in China? Because China government and censorship and this and that, there's no reasons for us to survive. And today people say, Jack, you're a visionary. How could you tell e-commerce internet 10 years ago? And I said, I think it's like we are like a blind man riding on the back of blind tigers, just by accident. We focused, we make the thing happen, and today, from 18 people now, today we have more than 20,000 people. And we've grown from one company to 5 companies right now. The first company is called Alibaba.com. It is focused on small, medium-sized companies, helping small, medium-sized companies. We have over 38 million registered SMEs in China using our services. Outside China, we have more than 12 million SMEs using our services. So our business model, very simple. One side is China side, is a domestic trading. Anything you want to buy, anything you want to sell in China, you can use in the China website. It's like a marketplace, like eBay, but eBay is C2C, we are B2B. The Alibaba B2B, one is China domestic trading, the other is import-export. It's a marketplace for global purchasing, broker buying, and so it grows pretty healthy. We listed 3 years ago in the Hong Kong market, and we were very lucky because the day we were listed, the market was good. So our stock price grew from $13.5 to $40 without doing anything good, just to go up. And 3 months later, our stock from $40 to $3, and without doing anything bad, just up and down. And that was a rock and roll, and now the company is stabilized. We still focus on e-commerce, still focus on SMEs. But the second company, the other 4 companies are private companies. The other company which we own 100% is called Taobao.com, which you probably have, most Chinese people here have heard about it. It is much more influential than Alibaba.com in China. We have more than 300 million registered users. It starts with C2C, but 95% of the is from B2C. And 6 years ago, we started competing with eBay. eBay had a lot of money. At that time, their market cap was $80 billion. They came to China. They said, we'll compete with Alibaba. And we started the business from zero, and we got like 2 or 3% market share. Now we have 90% market share, which eBay had like a 2 or 3% market share. So Taobao is a combination of Amazon, eBay, and Google, and Facebook. It's a community online, and we have 43 million unique visitors visit the site shopping every day, and we finish 8 million transactions per day, and logistically last year the package delivered on the whole China is 2 billion packages delivered on the road. We created 1.1 billion. So we like 55% of market share that is on the delivery. It's growing very fast, and we already have like 100% growth in the past 7 years, and we'll keep on having 100% this year. And the third company we have called Alipay is like a PayPal. It's a very stupid model. 5 years ago, I thought it's so difficult to do transaction online because people don't trust each other. The banking system is so bad. The infrastructure of finance also bad. So I was worried about what I'm going to do. The bank have the license to do this business, but we know how to do business, but we don't have the license. So at the end, people say, Jack, don't touch that area. If you touch that area, you will be in prison because financial sector is very risky in China. And I said, put me in the prison, let's do it. And we do transparent, we do everything clear in order to make sure government happy, people happy. So we work with the banks, close to 70 banks in China. Today, we have 400 million registered users, and we are the largest online third-party payment without any business model. We just want to help people. That makes the banks very unhappy because we destroy their business model. China, in the world, a good bank like 60 or 70% of the revenues were from the services, but China 70 or 80% of revenues come from the loaning. So we go inside, go into the service. The fourth company is Ali Cloud Computing, which we founded 2 years ago. Because we have the data from small, medium-sized companies, because we have the data from Taobao consumers, and we have the data from Alipay. So the data we collected becomes so influential. So we want all the consumers to share, to understand the data from SME and let the consumers understand the SME data. So that is, we've been very focused on cloud computing. And the number 5 company we had is called Yahoo China, which we acquired from Yahoo 5 years ago. So these are the group. And Alibaba is listed. The other 4 are private. And pretty good. We are lucky in China that we combine, like Amazon, eBay, PayPal, and all together in a same group. Like 70% market share in China on e-commerce, and it growing, still keep on growing very fast. One of the reasons people say why you survived in China, why you succeed, because I think one of the key reasons we survived is that we believe always customer number 1, employee number 2, shareholder number 3. And this is the first philosophy until now. We still trust it because it's the customer that stay with us. It's the customer we create. Because in internet in China in the past 10 years, there's 3 main business. One is focused on portal sites like Yahoo. Today have Sina, Sohu, NetEase. They focus on the news. And I think it's so difficult to do the news in China unless you are in Beijing. You know the government office, you know the policy, and we don't never understand what the government policy is. So we say, okay, let's stay away from the portal sites. The second business, which in China, very, very popular, which probably the most unique business in the world, that's online gaming. And I don't believe that model. I don't like that, because China is a one-child family. If all the kids are playing online gaming, they're so bad. And, right. And my kids and my son and his schoolmates all stick to the online. I think, yes, we can make a lot of money, but I just don't want my kids focus on the online. So we're not doing that. China has already got enough companies focusing on online. Almost all the internet companies have online gaming. We are the only company that is not on online gaming. So the only thing we can do is e-commerce, and the e-commerce is so tough, so difficult to do it.